The new law is on the surface designed to allow them to enrich uranium to a bit higher level. They've been very carefully over the period since the JCPO was vacated by the US, making small incremental changes to the amount of material they produce. They're not technically significant changes to a large extent, but they're very political. They're pushing it in the face of the European Union and the Americans, saying we can keep doing a little more, a little more. This is the biggest jump they've made, going to 20%, and that's important.
Yeah. Do you think it's in direct response to the assassination of their top nuclear physicist?
Yes, there's every sign of that. The timing, plus, of course, the Biden administration coming in gives them a chance to get much more provocative. And this is the hardliners in the Iranian government who are pushing this particular role. If I could add also, there's some language that I've just found in doing some research today that says that Iran has in the law the right to withdraw from the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty. That would be a big deal. People have argued this in Iran. Individuals have said we might do this. But the fact that they might do it as a country and say they would do it could doom that treaty. It's the most subscribed treaty in the world, arms control treaty. And if someone can just back out of it, as North Korea has done, it really would begin to hasten the death.
Yeah, which would be such a disappointment. And, you know, Europe has done their best to try and keep this treaty alive in the face of the US withdrawing. But, of course, the Biden administration has said it would like to get that treaty back on track. Is this a mistake by Iran going down this very provocative path?
Oh, I think it's very intentional what they're doing. They're going to give Biden 2 weeks after he's inaugurated to walk into this thing and say, I'm going to try to do something important in the face of the other things he's got on his plate, like COVID. So I think they're trying to make his life difficult, and they're making it difficult for Trump in his final weeks in the office. I think it's very intentional, it's very political, and they're trying to put him on the spot to make him do something.
The fact that they will deny access to inspectors, how problematic is that in terms of keeping the deal in any way on track?
That would be very, very important, be a very bad development, because the inspectors are there now on a daily basis. They're inspectors who are living there, and they're checking the uranium enrichment every day. And so if they started pushing those people out, then it would be harder for us to say, you know, we're checking them every day, so we're really not too worried that they're doing anything we don't know. But the point I was making earlier about maybe even leaving the treaty, that's very important, because the Non-Proliferation Treaty goes on forever. The JCPOA is comes down in steps to the year 2030. But even in 2030, they would be covered by all sorts of inspection protocols. So if they were to leave the treaty and kick the inspectors out, then the intelligence completely disappears on what they're doing. And I think that would lead to a very unstable situation.
Yeah, unstable. Yeah, in terms of sanctions, though, this would leave no choice for broad sanctions to be reimposed on Iran.
That's a political question that maybe is a little beyond my remit. But yes, what can you do in that particular case? If they've pulled out of the treaty, then they're going to be in the same position as North Korea. And I think that would be seen very badly in the West. And even the Europeans who've bent over backwards to help, that would be a little too much.
Yeah. Robert, appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
Nice talking to you.